All right, where are we on discovery?
We've got the discovery judge. An offer has been tendered, and I just need to reset to go over the offer with my client, kind of go over things, make sure he understands. Mom, who hired me, would also like to be in that meeting, so I'm sure she'll ask questions for things that he'll want to know. He just doesn't know to ask.
All right, how old are you?
20.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 1 month reset for this case plea deadline date.
February 27th.
All right, why were you late for court?
I really don't got an excuse besides I got insomnia.
I'm sorry, what?
I really don't got an excuse, but I got insomnia.
He overslept, Judge, is what he's saying.
All right, so here's the thing. You need to be on time for court. Otherwise, you know what's going to end up happening? Whether you're 20 or 18, guess what? We'll make sure that you come on time. If you're not on time, we'll know where you are. You know how we'll know that?
Got my address.
I'm sorry, what?
I said, y'all got my address.
No, because you'll be in Orange and we'll bring you over from the jail. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
How far did you go in school?
In school?
Yes.
10th grade.
All right, why did you only go to the 10th grade?
I dropped out
Why?
because there was like a lot of drama.
All right, so let me explain to you about drama. Drama is you coming before the court and not addressing the court properly. Drama is using slang and not proper English coming before the court. So my advice is you probably want to get your GED so that you can get a job, because now it is hard to get good employment without at least a high school diploma. And even if you have a high school diploma, it's still hard. Guess what? People who go to college, and I'm not talking to people who go to college and they're getting a degree in philosophy, finding a job. I mean, people who are going to college, getting a degree in engineering, biology, they're all having a hard time finding employment. So you come along and you don't even have a 10th grade education and you're trying to get employment, it does not look good. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you employed?
I was employed.
So that's a no, right? You're not working?
No, ma'am.
So that means that your mom or somebody is supporting you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So when you come back here on the 27th, you're going to come on time and you're going to address the court properly. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. We have an excuse?
Yes. Once you sign the reset form. All right. Court is calling 2023 CR 11045, State of Texas versus Fernando Rene Cordova Mejia. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Charles Bunk for Mr. Mejia.
And are you Mr. Mejia?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Mejia, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand in count 3, you're charged with possession of marijuana 4 ounces to 5 pounds
Yes,
as
ma'am.
a state jail felony? Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, I could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. I'm showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on count 3. There's a $500 fine. They're recommending deferred adjudication. They're taking in consideration county court cause number 707007. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Yes, Judge, except that the fine is probated. It's typed out.
All right, so the fine will be probated. Did you understand that?
So yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. State.
Yes, ma'am.
Next, I'm showing you outside the agreement. They're asking that your community supervision be for a term of 5 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation, 130 hours of community service restitution in the DOEP course. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offense in count 3, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State any evidence?
State offer state exhibit 1 and all actions.
No objections.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing state's exhibits one and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
We would like to, Judge, yes.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, I've worked with the young man now for only a couple of days, but he does seem sincere in his desire to get this past him. You don't know yet, but he's working on getting his GED. He's only completed his 10th grade education, so we'd like to have his GED become part of the terms of his probation. I think that will help him as he proceeds with this. He wants an opportunity to get past this. He understands the deferred's an opportunity to help him do that. I believe he's worthy of this plea bargain. We ask you to follow it.
All right, how old are you?
20.
Why did you drop out of school at 10th grade?
I was just going through a lot.
All right, where are your parents?
Like, what do you mean? Like,
I mean, do you live with them
yes. Yes, ma'am.
and are they working?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any siblings?
Yes.
How many?
3.
Older or younger?
I'm the oldest now.
All right. Do you have any children?
No, ma'am.
That's a good thing. You're not ready yet. Okay. Not expecting any children.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Who is Roland Manzo to you?
My cousin.
How often do you see him?
Not really.
And is he your first cousin?
He's like on my side of the dad's family,
Okay.
but my dad's a Tecato, a drug addict.
Okay. All right. And who is Melissa Sanchez to you?
Who that is?
Okay. And who is Ernesto Muniz to you?
It's also my cousin.
And Julio Alvarado?
He's a friend I don't talk to.
Do you work or anything?
No, ma'am. I was doing plumbing,
All right.
but I got kind of laid off.
So how do you spend your days?
At home,
I mean, but what do you do? Are you watching soap operas?
I don't know, ma'am. I just be at home with my little brother,
And how old is your little brother?
like 3 years old.
So you have a brother who's 3,
Yes, ma'am.
and who else do you have?
I got a sister,
And how old is she?
18.
And any other siblings?
Nah, he's passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
All right, so it appears that you need to have some activities in your life, right? You just can't sit around the house, because if you sit around the house, guess what? You're going to get used to just sitting around the house.
Yes, ma'am.
And even though this is a felony, you still have a chance to do something with your life. Okay? And if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
I'm not sure, ma'am. Maybe negative.
All right, so what have you used in the past?
Probably marijuana.
All right, anything else?
No, ma'am.
Do not, since you're telling me that you've only ever used marijuana,
Yes, ma'am.
is that correct? Nothing else?
Yeah, but I don't use it a lot because it's not good.
All right, so while you're on probation, you're not allowed to use marijuana.
Yes, ma'am. I know that.
You're not allowed to drink alcohol.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't start vaping either. I know people think
Nah, I
vaping
don't
is
like.
cool.
I don't like to really smoke, but it's there.
Hey, here's the thing. Don't do it. Do you know why? Because they say it causes popcorn lungs.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's bad for your lungs and you'll need a lung transplant.
Uh,
And, you know, the only way to get a lung transplant is if maybe somebody has died. And then when they're offering to give people lung transplants, they look at certain things. And I know they say they don't, but sometimes they look at criminal history. All right. So this is what the court is going to do. There will be a $500 fine. That will be probated. This is to run concurrent with County Court Cause number 707007. There's to be 4 years deferred adjudication, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular UAs. I'm going to want him tested for levels. And I know sometimes when I give people no contact orders, you have no control over that, right? But I'm telling you right now, I'm saying no contact with Roland Nathan Manzo.
I don't know what it is.
I know, but he's in the report, so I'm just putting it down, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
There's to be, oh, that's the person who I thought you said that was your cousin.
You said, I think you said his name wrong.
Oh, it's Roland Nathan Manzo. That's what's in the report.
Oh, Roland?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am. It's my cousin.
all right. Julio C. Alvarado Jr., Ernest Muniz. And I understand that sometimes people have no control over their family. Like, for example, they may end up getting invited to the picnic or something. But I'm telling you right now, you're not to be in any type of vehicle with them or anything of that nature. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
There's going to be proof of employment within 45 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. My understanding is McDonald's is hiring, and sometimes people like to look down on fast food places, but guess what? If you go to McDonald's, I see it all the time. You can get scholarships for college, and they can pay for different things in college if you qualify. There is to be the DOEP course, 130 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order that you get your GED. And after you get your GED, I want you to get some kind of certificate in a trade school, or either you can go to college. And so if you're really interested in plumbing, you can get into a trade school for plumbing. You understand?
Yes, ma'am. I know.
I'm going to want field visits one time per month until further notice. Probation, is there anything else he needs?
Judge, with the trade school certificate or college, are you going to waive any of the community service hours?
The community service hours will be waived once he obtains his GED or he gets a certificate for a trade school for plumbing or something of that nature.
Okay, Judge, there's nothing else.
All right, is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. You've had a major hiccup in your life, and your hiccup is that you're in felony court, but you're very young. You can still turn things around. I know you have issues in your house, but do not fall into the trap where just because you're around certain things, you start using things. And let me just tell you why. Your brother, who's 3, do you want him to be in a felony court?
No.
All right. Your 3-year-old brother is looking up to you because you're his older brother and he wants to be like you. And usually 3-year-olds, you can just cook a hamburger and they think the stars and the moon hang from that hamburger because you're the person. In their eyes, you're an adult. They love you. They want to be exactly like you. So make sure it's something that you want him to copy or emulate from you. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And the other thing, your 3-year-old brother probably follows you around all the time, and you maybe want to do something else and they want to cling to you. Let your 3-year-old brother cling to you, because trust me, when you look back over the years, you're going to regret not spending that time with them. And pretty soon that 3-year-old is going to be 16, not going to have any time for you. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're
Are we
welcome.
excused?
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you, Mr. Bonk.
Yes, Judge, thank you.
Court is calling 2023 CR 11045, State of Texas versus Fernando Rene Cordova Mejia. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason, your hand, Your Honor.
Defense?
Charles Bunk.
And are you Mr. Mejia?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Fernando Rene Cordova Mejia who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2023 CR 11045 for the offense of possession of marijuana 4 ounces to 5 pounds on February 16, 2024 for a term of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Yes, Your Honor. Violation condition number 2, on or about the 22nd day of April 2024, in Bear County, Texas, the defendant, Fernando Rene Cordova Mejia, debonair, failed to submit to drug testing as directed by the court. The supervision officer in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
Waive the other remaining violation.
Any objections?
No, Judge.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, it's to deny the motion and continue him on his deferred adjudication and to follow, have the TAP evaluation done and follow the recommendations, Your Honor. The state is going to take into consideration clause number NIBAC 765924 in this case.
And Judge, it was also the agreement to add the MRT classes. I don't want
Oh,
to,
yes.
I don't want to forget that because that was part of the deal. As an officer of the court, I don't want to forget that that was part of the agreement.
Okay. All right, court will deny the motion, alternate amending conditions to include the MRT. There's going to be a TAP evaluation in custody. You're going to follow the recommendations of TAP. I'm going to want a referral to felony drug court, and that will also be in custody. And let felony drug court know if he needs to be extended, then we will extend him. All right, is there anything else from either side?
No, Judge, would it be possible to do that while he's been in jail for 30 days? Would it be possible for him to be out of court, out of jail while he's awaiting the TAP and the felony drug court evaluation?
And here's the thing, you picked up a new offense.
It wasn't,
Yeah.
it was.
No.
but-
I understand it's been dismissed, but he
He did pick
needs,
up an
he has a
offense.
drug problem. Because
He-
otherwise they would not have asked for it. And Mr. Mejia, honestly, I maybe ending up saving you from yourself. Felony drug court, they'll have, once the referral is signed, they'll be able to see you this week. So that's where we are. All right,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, they'll see you this week.